Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you guys my family's July 2022 budget using the Every Dollar app. We are a family of 4 and we live in Michigan. There's me and my husband Noah. We've been married for almost 6 years in August and we have 2 sons, Logan and Jonah. And I've been doing our budget now for about over 5 years. If you guys love budgeting as much as I do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to support my channel and subscribe to see more budgeting videos, grocery hauls, and more. And with that, let's jump right in. So the first section we have is the income section. We have a carryover. This is money that is left over in our bank account plus any cash that we have that we are rolling over into the next month. I count this as an income because it is money that is going to be used and budgeted for this month. I had this number blocked out this month for privacy. Next up is my husband Noah. He works for an internet company and I also have his income blocked out for privacy. He is salary and he gets paid twice a month. I also plan on working this month and I have what I plan on making blacked out for privacy. Next up is other. This is just if we sell something, if we're gifted anything like that. Our total income for the month of July is $4,444.09. Moving on to the bill section. First up we have our mortgage. This is $473.76. This is the principal, interest, home insurance, and the taxes all in one. Next up we have our gas and electric, and that is at $137.44 for this month. The water and trash we paid last month in June, so we don't owe anything and we won't have another bill there until September. Next up is Cricket, and this has doubled. I pay $35 a month for mine, but my husband is now going to be switching to Cricket as well. He has a plan with his mother and he's going to be switching. So I'm not sure if there's a fee to switch. I'm sure there probably is. If there is, I'll just take that out of my miscellaneous fund, but I'm planning on about $70. Next up is our internet, and that is at $44.99. For our other expenses, we have a buffer. This is $500. This is money that I make sure is in the bank account at the end of the month to cover the next month's mortgage. Next up we have is dates and fun, and we have this at $300. We plan on having a lot of fun. The beginning of July, we are actually going to Traverse City, just my husband and I, for the Cherry Festival, and we're going to be doing a couple other fun things up there. We plan on going to a couple of fairs with the kids, and then at the end of July we're actually going to Mackinac. The trip is already booked. We are staying for one night up there in St. Ignace. The hotel's already booked and everything. We paid for that out of our vacation fund, so the only thing we really have to worry about is eating out. So that's why it is so high this month. Next up is gas, $400. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of fun things and traveling and most likely taking my van instead of my car. So gas is going to be more expensive there. Plus I have no idea what's going to go on with the gas prices, so just $400. Next up is groceries, and that is at $375. We actually only spent $275 in June, so I was really happy with ourselves. So we stayed out of Sam's and Costco, which was the plan, which usually when I plan on staying out of there, we end up going anyways, but we actually stuck to it and we did not go. So I do plan on going to Sam's and Costco this month, so that's why it's a little bit higher. Also, our deep freezer and our freezer upstairs in our fridge they are well stocked, so I don't even know if we'll spend this much, but we'll see. Next up is household, and that is at $60. I usually have it at $50, but I bumped it up a little bit. This is just things that we need for the house, like soap and paper products, whatnot. We do get a lot of things from my sister because she does couponing, so we get some good deals from her. Next up is miscellaneous, and this is at $100. This is for anything that comes up that doesn't fit in any other category, and there is always something that comes up every single month that doesn't fit in a category, so $100. Next up is Hulu, and that is at 99 cents a month. Next up, we have is extra mortgage. I'm super excited about this. We have it at $250 for this month. Our goal, we bought this house in August of 2019, and our goal is to have it paid off by the middle of 2025. So we've got about 3 years to go. We have under $37,000 to go. and our goal is just to pay it off. We don't plan on moving from this house. I would really love to move from this house, but with the way the housing market is going, we would rather just have a paid for house than worry about spending way too much money on an overpriced house. So our goal right now is to pay off our house. Next up, we have some savings. This is our emergency fund we have with the Frankenmuth Credit Union. We have a Wealth Builder account with them, and we are putting $300 in. Next up, we have some sinking funds with Capital One. All of these sinking funds here are in the same account, and I just keep track how much is in each account. First up, I have the car insurance. This is actually going to be due in the middle of July. We pay it twice a year in January and in July. And it has gone down a little over $200. So I lowered the amount. I usually put about $100 to $125 a month to savings for this, but I've lowered it to $60. And actually right now, before I even put the $60 in, we have more than enough money that we need to cover it. So that's really exciting. Our starting balance is $872.36, and I know that I'm pretty sure I want to say $599 is what we owe for our 6 months. So we have plenty there, which is really nice. Car repairs, we are starting at $505.12. We're putting $80 in. We did have to get a wheel bearing or something like that on the car. It was over $300 in June. And at the end of May, the very end of May, we also put tires on our van, and that was $400. So this account really took a hit the last couple of months. So we're working on rebuilding that up. Christmas, we plan on putting $100. We need to get going on that. Our starting balance is $251.86. For clothing for my son Jonah, he is starting at $60.15, and we are putting in $10 for him. Actually, both boys, we went to a Goodwill recently. There will be a haul coming up on my channel soon. I'm working on it. But we went to this Goodwill, and there were several clothes that still had tags on them, brand new, things that looked like they were hardly ever worn. And so we got some really good deals. We also ended up buying the boys a brand new slide. It was in the box, brand new, half off. So that was really cool. So anyways, we did spend some money from these funds. Clothing for my son Logan, he's getting $14, and he is starting at $44.90. My husband's clothing fund, he's getting $25, and he is starting at $55.72. And I am also getting $25, starting at $192.23. I've been hoarding my money, as you can see. Next up we have is gifts. This is for like a birthday, baby shower, wedding gift, anything like that. We are not putting anything in because we are at 70/31, and we don't really have anything coming up. I do have a sister that has a birthday this month, but other than that, we don't have anything really going on for a few months. So that's plenty there. Next up is the home maintenance. In this, we are adding $52.91. It's kind of a random number. This is everything that was left over after I had budgeted everything else. So that's where this weird number came from. We are starting at $917.93, and I have some notes for you guys. We did spend a little bit of money. We actually bought a sunshade for our backyard. Our backyard has absolutely no shade at all. Nothing. No trees, no anything. So we bought a sunshade. I think it was about $80, and we did take it out of the home maintenance fund because we didn't have enough in our budget, and we didn't want to put it on our one card that we already have a balance on. So we just took it out of here. Next up, we also bought some asphalt. My husband was redoing the driveway, and so we did take that out of the home maintenance fund as well. So we did spend a little bit in June for things for the house. Next up is the kids, and they get $80, and they are starting at $87.50. This is for anything we buy them that is not clothing. So diapers, wipes, random things. Next up is medical. We're not putting anything in this month. That's because we're starting at $345.26. That's a pretty good amount. In June, we did have a lot of money come out of this account too. I think it was about $375. My husband had some dental things, and then he had another medical issue. I won't talk about it. It's personal, but we did have to buy some medications and some things, and there was a few copays. So anyways, this fund also took a hit in June, but we still have plenty here. So I'm grateful that we had the money for when we needed it. Next up is for pictures. These are for professional pictures we would like to have done someday. This money has been sitting here, this 193.01 has been sitting here for a long time, and we have just not gotten around to getting pictures taken. So next up is subscriptions and memberships. We're putting in $20. We are starting at $80.11. This is for Hulu, Amazon, Costco, Google Storage. Recently, my husband also got Google Storage. I was the only one that had it, and then he ran out of storage, so he has it too. So, and this is also for our Sam's Club when that's ready to renew. I don't have that on here, but next up is vacation. We are putting in $100, and we are starting at $423.53. Next up, we have another savings account. It is the tax fund. If I do work, I have to pay my own taxes. I work for myself. I do like DoorDash and Instacart, Grubhub, things like that. So I do have an amount here. It is blocked out for privacy. But if I do work, I need to take this amount out and set it aside to pay my taxes with. Next up, we have my husband's spending money. This is another Capital One account. It is a checking account. He gets $75 this month. Next up is my spending money. I get $40. And then we have some debt. This is technically debt. We have a city card we are going to pay $700 on this month. The balance starting out is $2,032.49. We did buy a fence for our backyard, and we actually just got it all put together, and it's just beautiful. I love it, and it's been up for about 2 weeks. But this included the fence materials, all the wood. We had to buy some tools, the nails, the screws, the cement, the post. We also bought a City Mini double stroller on this credit card. I didn't want to, but I bought a stroller from Walmart, and it was just complete garbage. But I really liked it. It was just big and bulky, and then we were having issues with a tire was messed up, and so I did end up buying the same stroller again, and it was even more messed up than the first one. So I said, heck with this. I bought a really nice stroller. It's going to last for years. It goes through doors. It's a double stroller side by side, and it goes right through the doors. So you don't got to worry about, getting stuck somewhere. I absolutely love it. It's one of my best purchases ever. Highly recommend the double City Mini GT2 stroller. Love it. Anyways, we also are going to be buying, we have not bought yet, but we are going to be buying some things to make a sandbox in the backyard, which doesn't cost a lot of money. Just needs some wood pretty much. And then we also need a new door in our entryway and then a new back door. And we will be putting those on this card as well. We are waiting. We are getting a Menards rebate back. And it's probably going to be about $350 or so. We are going to put that towards the door and then put the rest on this card. And then after that, we are not putting anything else on this card. We will pay it off. This card will be paid off by October. Even after adding the sandbox and the doors, it will be paid off by October, and then we will cut the card up and not use it. We got this card because if you spent a certain amount of money within the first 3 months, you got a credit of, I believe it was $250, $200 or $250. I'm not sure. We've already gotten the credit, but we basically got this card because there's no interest for about a year and a half, and you also got some money back. So why not? And then this card also gives you, I believe it's 5% cash back. So we just wanted to use it mostly for the fence. And then we did plan on buying the doors and stuff with it. We didn't plan on buying the stroller with it, but it works out. So that is everything that we are going to be doing this month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and listening to me ramble on. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.